Hello students, welcome to lecture number 9 of DRM Business Research Methods. Today I have selected a different topic for you people because most of the students are asking question that what will be in our research thesis when we are completing our BBA. So normally I am taking some 2-3 classes on this topic about your research thesis or research project. It makes students motivated, plus whatever we have learned so far in the BRM, we will be implementing it over here in your research thesis. It is the standard of the university, Ministry of Higher Education, that you will have to write a research thesis or research report for completion of your BBA degree. So today our topic is your research thesis and how we are implementing those things what we have studied in previous classes over here in your research thesis. It is very important topic for your BBA thesis or your monograph, so be with me. Normally it is not compulsory that your research thesis will be composed of 5 chapters, but normally in different universities in different countries including our universities we are taking 5 chapters. So your research report is comprised of 5 chapters. And one thing more, that every chapter, you must remember this thing, that every chapter is having its own method of writing. So first you should learn the names of those 5 chapters which will be included in your research thesis. Their names are, name of chapter number 1 in your research thesis or research report is Introduction. Chapter number 1 Introduction. Chapter number 2 Literature Review. Chapter number 3, the name of chapter number 3 is Research Methodology. Chapter number 4 Analysis. Chapter number 5 Findings and Recommendations. When you have done with all these chapters, then at the last you are writing references. So now I am going to explain these chapters one by one so that the idea of your research thesis or research project should be a little bit clear. Again and again we will discuss it. Even when you are completing your BBA, you will be having your supervisor. He will be making all these things clear to you. But from now, you should know at least their names and what should be there, what should be included over there, how we are writing chapter number 1, how we are writing chapter number 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. And how we are writing references over here in the research thesis. These things are very much important for you people at this stage in semester 7. So starting from chapter number 1, which is Introduction, I'm starting it with an example of one topic. Let's suppose we have got a topic, motivational system in ABC company and their impact on their employees and their impact on the employees of ABC company. So means our research topic is motivational systems. Motivational systems. Let's suppose this topic is related to HR, human resource management. So introduction. First, in introduction we are writing background of the study. Background of the study means that our topic is motivational system. So we are completely explaining motivational system, motivation, types of motivation, different methods of motivations. It can be anything, it can be finance topic, it can be marketing topic, but in the introduction first you are writing the overview of the topic or background of the study. Study means research. Instead of research, whenever you are writing your thesis, we are using study. The word study shows research. So you are writing background of your study, all information related to the topic, motivation, motivation types of motivation, motivational systems, benefits, advantages, disadvantages, different methodologies. Okay. So in introduction, what you are doing here, you should know this thing, that when you are giving number to your topics, numerics to your topic, you are writing 1.1. 1.1 means it is chapter number 1 and it is the first part of chapter number 1. That's why we have written 1.1. In 1.1 you are writing, for example, background of the study, okay. Background of the study, I told you that in background of the study you are completely explaining the topic, types, etc. When you are done, at the same time, some of the students, or it is also good to explain the organization by itself. You are also explaining the organization about which you are conducting your research, ABC company. So you are also explaining ABC company over here in the background of the study. Then when you are done with it, so 1.1 is finished. In 1.1, certain times, not certain times, most of the times, or it is compulsory, there will be subheadings of point number 1, background of the study. So how we are writing them, like 1.1.1. It is chapter number 1, it is in chapter number 1, it is point number 1, background of the study. In background of the study, it is point number 1. Then if there is another subheading, you are writing 1.1.2. That in background of the study, which is 1.1, you are writing point number 2. There may be 1.1.3, background of the study. So this is clear now. Now what will be next over here in introduction? In introduction, you are also writing your objectives of the study or objectives of the research, why you are conducting this research. That will be, for example, 1.2, background objectives of the study. 1.3, it is clear that this is chapter number 1, this is point number 1, this is point number 2, this is point number 3. What we are writing here, we are writing problem statement. I have told you that any research, every research starts with a problem, because there is a problem, we want to find out solution for that problem. So problem statement is there. At base point number 4, 1.4, there will be limitations of the study. Limitations of the study. Limitations of the study, what does it mean? Limitations of the study means barriers of the study, barriers of the research. While you are conducting the research, what are the problems that you are facing? Normally students are writing some 4-5 points, like time barrier, like having not access to digital libraries, or having not that level research educations. So some are, whenever you are collecting the data, some people will be reluctant, or they will not be liking to fulfill your questionnaire, to fill the questionnaire. So it is also a problem, a barrier. So this is called limitations of the study. Then 1.5, what you are writing here, in 1.5 we are writing scheme of the study. What? Scheme of the study. In scheme of the study, simply we are writing names of the chapter, like chapter number 1 introduction, chapter number 2 literature review, chapter number 3 research methodology, chapter number 4 analysis, chapter number 5 findings and analysis. So if somebody is reading it in chapter in introduction, he can read it that these chapters are included over here. So this will be your chapter number 1 introduction. Again in coming classes I will also explain to you people, even your supervisor will explain to you people, but from now you should have some knowledge at the level of ABC regarding your research thesis. So these are the contents of your chapter number 1, which is called introduction. Chapter number 2, literature review. Literature review, most of the students are making a mistake while writing the literature review when we are asking questions from them in their research defense. So they don't know what is literature review. Look, I have given you an example at the start. That are, be with me, listen to me very carefully. Okay? Literature review. What is literature review? If you remember at the start, I told you that our topic is about motivational systems. So means our topic is revolving on the motivations and motivational systems implemented in the organizations. So in literature reviews, we are reading different books. Remember, we are reading different books, different research articles, other research, magazines, newspapers, if we see that this author has written something important regarding the literature review, then we are taking his points and converting it in our own words by giving his reference, and then we are writing it over here in our own words. This is called paraphrasing. So this will make our literature review up to 3, 4, 5 pages or more than 5 pages, but normally it is not more than 5, 6 pages because it's not an easy job. Let's suppose Sohail has written a book on motivation. So what is there in his motivation? He has written some types of motivation and methods of motivation. We read that book of Sohail about motivation. So what we are doing there, now we liked that topic, motivation methods. So we are bringing his idea over here into our own literature review by writing that according to Sohail, in which year he has written the book. Let's suppose he has written the book in 2020, whatever he has written, we are writing his idea in our own words. This is some methods of motivation or how to motivate our employees. Then again we are reading another book, and that book is written by Jawad. He has said something about motivation or motivation system, and we are bringing his idea over here. Now in new paragraph we are starting the paraphrasing of another author from a new paragraph, but it will be looking very awkward if we are writing again and again according to Sohail, according to Ahmad. So we can say that we are starting his idea from here, we are completing the paragraph, and at the last in the bracket we are writing, for example, Jawad 2019. Same is the case with next paragraph. Maybe one paragraph, maybe 2 paragraphs, maybe 3 paragraphs. So this is how we are writing the literature review. And this method, that we are reading the ideas of a person in his book, and we are bringing it here and writing, converting his idea in our own words. It is very much important not to copy paste it, but the concept should be the same, the words should be different. This is called citation. In research language we are calling it citation. C-I-T-A-T-I-O-N, citation. How we are writing? Let's suppose I am asking you a question in the research defense, DeFi monograph. How we are writing the literature review? You say, it's sir, we are writing the literature review by citation, in which we are giving a reference of that person with the year of publication of the book. So this is how we are writing the chapter number 2 of research thesis by the name of literature review. By the method of citation, we are writing the literature review. It's called literature review, means we are reviewing the literature of the other people who have written something, who has conducted research about this topic. That's why the name of this chapter is literature review. We are reviewing, we are reading, we are noticing the literature made by other people. By the method of citation, we are writing it over here, not by copy pasting, but in our own words. So this is how we are writing the literature review. Students, be with me, not to go anywhere. You know why I am teaching this topic today? Because it motivates students in the middle of the research thesis. Then they are giving a little bit more importance to this subject, BRM, business research methods. Then chapter number 3 is research methodology. Research methodology, this chapter seems to be very difficult, but it is the shortest and easiest chapter of your research thesis. Why? Here is the logic, and that logic is that we are explaining our method of this research, how I have conducted the research. For example, it is chapter number 3. So how we are writing it? Let's suppose we have started chapter number 3. In 3.1 we are giving information about the data. If your research is based on primary data, so you are writing 3.1.1 primary data, and then you are explaining your primary data, how I collected the primary data, what was the sample size. Sample size I have told you before, from how many people I collected the data. Let's suppose you have collected the data from 500 people, so you are saying that my sample size is 500. And by which method, by which research instrument you collected the data? It is called research instrument. Questionnaire, interview, observation you are explaining over there. Then what was your sample size? And which type of questionnaire you used? So all these things you are explaining over here, and which method you will be using for analyzing the research, like correlation, like t-test, z-test, frequency, percentage distribution. So you are writing it over there in your chapter number 3rd. And what computerized statistical tool you are using? Excel, SPSS, etc. You are also mentioning it over there that I am using this statistical tool while completing my research. So this will hardly, it will be some 2-3 pages. In most cases it remains 1 or 2 pages. That is called research methodology, in which you are explaining your own research methodology, that I collected data by this method from this number of respondents, sample size was that, research instrument it was interview or questionnaire or observation, then I will be analyzing data by this method, I use Excel or SPSS computerized tool. So it will make your research methodology. Then chapter number 4, the lengthy and difficult chapter, analysis. Obviously the data which you have collected over here, so you are analyzing it. You are analyzing it, that's why it is called analysis. Let's suppose you have collected questionnaires from 200 people, so you have got 200 questionnaires. 200 questionnaires, you have got 200 questionnaires from 200 people. If every questionnaire is consisting of 10 questions, 10 questions into 200, it will make 2000 questions, total 2000 questions. Let's suppose you are analyzing question number 1 about on which position you are working in the organization. So this is question number 1, 200 people have replied you. So you are making a chart for that, and you are interpreting that chart, that among the 200 employees, some 30 people were belonging to top level, 40 people were belonging to middle level, and this number of people were belonging to the lower level, or some were workers. Other questions will be there. You will be explaining one by one questions with their percentage. This was the percentage. Some of the people were agreeing with them, some of the people were disagreeing with them. So this is how you are explaining each and every questions from the perspective of 200 respondents. So it will make your analysis. There are different methods of analysis which we will discuss some other day. At the same time, your supervisor, based on your research nature, your supervisor will explain to you. However, I took the simplest method of analysis, that in the questionnaire we are normally analyzing questions by this method. So this will give you many more pages of the analysis. Obviously in the analysis, when you analyze it, so means you have done with your research, and in the last chapter is findings and recommendation. Findings means what you got, what major points you got related to the problem which was existing in the chapter number 1. So you are writing findings, maybe 10 findings, 20 findings, 30 findings, 50 findings. You are writing findings. At the same time, in the last of the chapter number 5, you are writing recommendations. What you recommend from yourself? You conducted the research, you gathered the information, you studied the literature review, what other people say, what is your personal opinion regarding this topic, regarding the motivation system. Some recommendations will be there from your own perspective, recommendation number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 recommendations. I recommend this. People will be motivated by this method. This is how these problems will be tackled. This problem will be solved. So you are giving your own recommendations. Now formally, Rasmi, your research is finished over here. In the last, it is needed that there must be some 10, 20, 30 more or even more references available over there. How we are writing the reference? Normally we are using APA style, APA style, American Psychological Association style, APA style. Now what is APA style? In coming days, in coming lectures, I will be explaining this APA style or how to write a reference. But now at this point, you should know that, for example, if you remember, we had taken something from Sohail book. So we are writing his name. Let's suppose over here, Sohail. In which year he has published that book? 2020. Then comma, name of the topic in his book, his topic name, what was written over there, then again double comma, then single comma, downward comma, then name of the book, book name, then comma, then PP, P.P. It is used for page number. Let's suppose it was written on 125. So this is called a reference. Book name. So name of the author, year of publication, topic name, enclosed by two inverted commas, single comma, then two inverted commas, name of the book, then closing inverted commas, then single comma, PP, page number 125. So this was a very basic lecture on your research thesis, that how we are writing our research thesis. It is very important lecture. Listen to this lecture again and again, at least for 5 times. Then I will be happy from you people, because you are my students. So students, have a very nice time. Be with me. Stay at home and just only study, work hard, prepare yourself for the coming exam. Be with me. Khuda Hafiz.